Hello Giants fans, welcome back to another edition of the Big Blue View. I'm your host Sean Kerr. I'd like to thank you all for joining us. The big news this week is the 2012 NFL Draft. Where am I? What's behind me? Radio City Music Hall, the home of the 2012 NFL Draft. We're going to go in and take a tour of the place. We're going to bring you backstage access. We're going to show you things that nobody gets to see. So, come along and take a trip with me. Okay, Giants fans, so we're here with Eric Finkelstein, Director of Events with the NFL. How you doing, Eric?
I'm great.
Eric is going to take us on a tour of the 2012 NFL Draft at Radio City Music Hall. So tell us a little bit about your feelings and where we're at right now in the draft, the progress of the set building and everything going on right now.
Well, we're in day 3 of our build-out. We started it Sunday, and we're in the process of getting everything built and hung and trying to get everything squared off so that it's ready to go for Thursday night.
Very cool. So right now we're going to show you the raw product, and on Thursday, Friday, and Saturday you'll see the polished product. So here we go.
Behind us we have the NFL Network main set position. We're in the process of hanging all the lights and the plasma screens from it, as well as getting the desk and everything in place on top of the deck that will be used for the night of the 3 days of the draft.
And what do we have behind us here?
This is the ESPN main set position. We're in the process right here of focusing or starting to focus the lights and just get everything set up on here. The desk is already in place. They're the main desk for this position.
And I think the biggest question for this particular booth, with the ESPN booth, will it take more time to construct the booth than it will be to get Mel Kiper's hair perfect on draft day?
No comment.
No comment. Obviously, we are at the New York Giants table. Tell us a little bit about this table.
This is the 32nd table in the layout of the team tables. We have all 31 others behind us. Giants are, being the Super Bowl champs, we put them always in this position, which is the 32nd table, or the one that's last, because they're picking last in the round. And this is obviously the table that every team would love to sit at every year at the draft.
This is the table of champions.
You could say that.
And that's why we're here. Hey.
We're now at the team table area. You can see we have our 32 tables laid out. We're in the process still of putting all the table skirts on the tables. We actually have a method to the madness of how we set up the tables. They are in order of how they would draft. So we have it's not on the table yet, but the Colts will be in the first position over here, followed by the Rams with the second pick, and then basically you would jump to the next row, the far table, and then it snakes all the way through 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and you keep going all the way through, zigzagging through the rows until you have the last 2 tables, which are the teams that competed in the Super Bowl, Patriots and the Giants.
Okay, so where are we now?
We are now in front of the orchestra pit, where we have our head table, and also where we place the player personnel folks that verify all the picks as they come in, as well as our in-house production that entertains the fans that attend the event. Stage is obviously behind that, and that's where all the players will come out and shake the patient's hands as they get selected.
Now, how long have you been involved with the NFL Draft?
This will be my 13th draft this year.
And as we've seen over there, there's been some very emotional moments. I mean, little boys' dreams come true right on the stage. Can you tell me your most memorable moment?
There are so many. I'd say that probably my most memorable moment was it happens consistently actually every year. I know it's hard to say that, but we have a military moment that happens each year during the first 2 rounds of the draft, night 1, night 2, and the chills you get when the commissioner introduces those folks that come out. We bring out military personnel from each branch as well as the warriors. The crowd embraces these heroes, and it really puts everything in perspective, and just the chants of USA and everything. It just really is a special moment that I look forward to every year at the draft.
Now, for anybody who has not been at the draft, it's a very interactive experience, and we have screens up here in the corners. And tell us a little bit about what goes on those screens.
Sure. We have 4 screens that go on either side of the stage. On the top 2 screens, you're going to see ESPN and NFL Network's coverage, one on each. And then the 2 bottom screens, one will have in-house production, which is just all the different video and everything that's happening to entertain the crowd. And then on the screen on this side, you're going to have the pick, so whoever was just selected, and then which team is now currently on the board.
But there's also something for the fans to take part in as well, and it's in the form of text messaging.
Sure. Yes.
And what happens with
Yes, yeah, exactly. We do have the opportunity for folks to be able to text messages to the screen. They can put in different messages throughout the draft that everyone can see in the house. We even give folks an opportunity to attend a chance to win prizes based on them sending in their text messages.
So the draft experience is so much more here at Radio City Music Hall than watching on your couch.
Oh, there's so much more. Yes, we have player appearances, cheerleaders come. There's a lot of interactive elements that are happening throughout Music Hall. It really is quite the experience.
What is your favorite addition to the draft itself?
Each year we try to improve it a little bit each time that we have the draft, do things a little differently. A cool feature that we're going to have this year that we've never had before is as each of the prospects are selected, they're actually going to walk through the crowd like a hero walk, where they're gonna go straight past fans. So within 5 minutes of them being announced by the commissioner, they're going to be walking through fans, getting high fives, and it's just going to be a great moment to be able to bring the fans that really made the event into what it is and the players together. So I think that's going to be a great addition.
And what is your favorite football team?
I am a fan of all 32, as they all pay my salary.
That's a great answer. So the NFL seems to add new things on and improve on the NFL draft each and every year for the fans as well as players. And you've seen the evolution since your 13-year tenure. I mean, where are we right now in terms of where we were 13 years ago?
It's unbelievable how far we've come. I mean, the set used to be completely static. So we had nothing moving, no moving imagery on the set whatsoever. We changed that set actually to the set we have here. This set is actually almost 9 years old, which is hard to believe. It looks pretty good for 9 years old. We started that also static. We replaced part of that with rear screen projection, which we've used up until last year. And now, for the first time this year, we're actually going to LED screens. So there's actually 7 screens that make up the set. You have 2 big ones on each side, and then there's 2 side panels which are right behind the draft logo, and then there's the 7th one is literally behind the static 2012 logo, which will be behind Commissioner Goodell when he's at the podium.
So one of the awesome features here at the NFL Draft that every fan can come and check out is a replica. No. Why don't you tell us what it is?
Sure. It's the Vince Lombardi Trophy is actually on display here. It's an actual Vince Lombardi Trophy that we have here for fans to be able to see that attend the event, as well as the Super Bowl rings 1 through 45 that will also be on display with the trophy.
So that would lead me to my next question, obviously, and will the Giants' new Super Bowl ring be unveiled and on display at the 2012 NFL Draft?
Unfortunately, no, because we have to wait till it actually gets distributed to the players and given to them, which happens after the draft. But we do have the other 3 giant Super Bowl rings that will be on display.
This year and every year, there's an opportunity for fans to get autographs signed by different players, different teams. Do you know who will be here this year?
We're it's obviously always subject to change, but it looks like Hakeem Nicks will be here from the Giants, Dustin Keller, Sean Green from the Jets, and there'll probably be a 4th player, most probably another Giant, that will be here. That will be on day 3, Saturday.
And this year you're doing it somewhere differently. Usually it was downstairs, but this year, where will it be?
This year, actually, we're going to try something a little different, and we're going to do the autograph signings actually in the theater itself. The whole point of folks coming here is to be able to experience a draft and watch a draft. This way they won't miss a pick, and they'll still be able to get and meet their favorite NFL players.
And as a football fan and a reporter, I can say that the NFL Draft is an experience that you must attend and experience in person. If you live in New York or in the tri-state area, you have to come down to the draft. You have to experience it. Back me up on that.
There's no question. I mean, it's the fans are what make the draft into what it is. So the more folks that come out and get to experience it, it just makes it that much better of an atmosphere, and it's a great time. So yes, we definitely, I would agree with everything you said. Everyone should definitely experience a draft at least once in their life.
Absolutely. Eric Finkelstein, Chief Director of Events at the NFL. I want to thank you for your time. We'll see you at the 2012 NFL Draft.